Alright, today we're going to be talking about the volume of rectangular prisms, and this should be very familiar too because we've done it all year in Bellwork. So the definition of volume is the number of cubes needed to fill a space. So when we're talking about a 3D object, like a box, it's everything you can fill inside of the box, okay? We've been doing surface area, and that's the outside of a figure. Now we're talking about the inside of a figure, okay? So the formula for volume is length times width times height, okay? Or another way to think about it is you find the area of the base and you would multiply it by how high it is, because you could fit that in as many high as it is. So the hint is that volume is always cubed. You always write it as feet cubed or inches cubed, centimeters cubed. Always, because you're multiplying three things together and it's a three-dimensional object, and we're talking about three different things, okay? Alright, so let's just jump right in and do these two together problems. So, my formula for volume, length times width times height. My length of my base is 1/2. My width of my base is also 1/2, and my height of this object is 3/4. So I can multiply all of them together. Now, you can just multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. And then the bottom, 2 times 2 is 4. And 4 times 4 is 16. So my answer is 3/16 meters squared. Okay, that's as simple as it is. You are just multiplying the three numbers it gives you together. And these are all going to be fractions today. And you can cross-simplify. I wonder if this one will let us. Let's see. Okay, so volume equals length times width times height. My length is 3/4. My width is 4/3. And my height is 4/5. Okay, I can cross simplify. I have this 4, and this 4, which would be 1s. I have this 3 and this 3, which will be 1s. So now I just multiply straight across. 1 times 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 1 times 5 is 5. So my answer would be 4/5 inches cubed. Now you could have multiplied straight across and then simplified. It would have been 4 times 4, which is 16, and 16 times 3. Let me pull that up. 16 times 3, which equals 48. So my top would have been 48. And my bottom would have been 5 times 3, which is 15. And 15 times 4, which would be 60. And then I would need to simplify that fraction. And I would do that by dividing by 12. Because that's my greatest common factor. 48 divided by 12 is 4. And 60 divided by 12 is 5. So you get the same answer either way you do it. So you can either cross-simplify first or simplify at the end. But all you're doing is you're multiplying those three numbers together. So go ahead and try the pause and tries on your own, and I will check it when you bring it to me.